About 3 different kinds of transformations. Can you guys remember them?
Reflection.
Reflection. Translation. Which is, okay, and one more. On Friday we did
Rotation.
Rotation. Okay, so a reflection is all, sit down, Paxton. Reflection is also called a flip. Like that's basically what it does. A translation is just like a slide. And then a rotation, it just means you turn it. So we're adding one more to that on this. The book adds one more to it. And they call it a glide reflection. What do you guys think a glide reflection means?
Like goes this way?
No, it glides across.
Yeah, it's really just combining 2 things together. The glide is the translation, which just slides it over. And then the reflection is the reflection. So, might look something like this. Like you glide it over and you flip it down. So it starts here, ends up over here. So just a reflection would look like that, right?
Yeah.
But the glide reflection, it could start there and end there. Okay. So all of these things together, those 3 things we did last week and the glide reflection, they're called isometries. An isometry just means everything keeps the same size and shape. All the distances, all the lengths of the segments are the same. All the angles are the same. So everything is congruent. All right. So tomorrow we're doing something that's not an isometry. It's called a dilation. That's where you like blow it up or shrink it down. So things get bigger or smaller. But those things we've learned, we're kind of just reviewing a lot today because it's like combining everything together. So those are called isometries. Let's look at number 1. What? I don't think. Looks like not. Maybe somewhere. Beggars can't be choosers.
You know what's crazy?
Sorry.
One of my videos has more, like,
This was actually mine.
No, it's not, bro. What?
We like all gave him
There you
one.
go.
Did Timmy use her pin?
Actually.
I feel like all those pink ones didn't you trade Whitley for those?
Yeah, but probably mine.
Mr. Jordan. One of my videos has more views than people in Barnesville.
Is it the lawnmower one?
This is the SpongeBob one.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the shower one. I was like, no.
So that's only got about
A what?
the shower one almost has 100.
That's 100 mistakes.
That's 100 live.
105 is regret.
100 therapy session.
Okay, so on number 1, we're supposed to list like what kind of isometry is happening. So how do you get from, you're going from black to red. How do you get from,
Reflection.
no, it's not a reflection.
The
If it was a reflection, it would look like it's,
transmission.
it's just,
Did you say transmission?
yeah, it's a translation. It's just pushed over to the side, right? It's a slide, so that's called a translation, yeah. And there's like one of each of these, by the way. Okay, number 3. I didn't actually list this one, but it's in the directions. This is not an isometry because it's getting smaller, right? So that's what we're learning tomorrow. It's called a dilation, but since we haven't learned it yet, we're just supposed to write not an isometry. Every answer in this section is different, by the way. Number 5 is weird as well because nothing is happening. So the book just calls, this is like the only time you'll ever see this. The book just calls it identity because it just stays the same as it was. Yeah, you can forget that one. Just like you forget everything else. Okay.
I really never even knew what you were talking about. Never even went in my head. You don't have to forget.
Then you're good, Emily.
Thank you.
Okay, it's Emily's specialty. Number
I
7.
played on H one time.
Which of the 4 rigid transformations preserve orientation? So orientation just means like everything's like in the same order as it was, kind of relative to each other. What keeps its orientation? What kind of transformation keeps its orientation? I wonder what the book's definition of that. Translation is right, and you want to guess another one?
There's translation and reflection and what?
Rotation.
Non-binary.
Identity.
Yes.
Non-methodology.
Okay, there's another one. You guys know what it is? Okay, maybe you should ask it this way. Which one does not keep its orientation? That's number 8. Okay,
Glide.
when you reflect, things are backwards from each other. So the orientation is not the same. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But when you slide, everything's the same. Or when you
Slide.
rotate.
So is there just one answer on eight?
Well, not exactly.
Whitley.
Whitley.
Think about it.
What is it? I'm gonna tell her.
Well, you said it's reflection, but.
And
Rotation.
what's
And
the
slide?
what's the slide reflection? Yeah, they're both reflections. So
See, I knew it. I knew it.
I knew it. You didn't say it, but you knew it.
Yeah. See, I was thinking if she knew it.
I literally got the second one.
Okay, on number 9, it's kind of like number 1. What kind of transformation is happening here? So we're going from black to red. So how do we get on 9 from black to red?
Slide.
Yeah, but what's the fancy word for
Slide
slide?
reflection.
Yep.
Glide.
Translation.
Translation.
Oops.
Slide is not a technical term, it's just the one that we kind of use to make sense of the technical term. Okay, number 11, this one's a little bit tricky.
Rotation. Translation's rotation.
No.
Glide rotation.
You can't, there is no translation rotation. And also it wouldn't give you the image even if you tried.
Glide reflection.
Slide.
Glide rotation.
Yeah. Is it just a translation again? Why not?
Because the F and D are switched.
Okay,
It's a reflection.
you're looking at the wrong picture.
It's a reflection.
No,
So
ours
it's
is
glide,
like-
it's glide reflection.
Yeah.
Oh, because the J.
Okay, what happened, yeah, the J and K are switched. So what happened was they slid it over, but then what did they do?
Rotate.
They flipped it. Not rotating,
No,
rotating.
no, I'm at reflection.
Reflection.
So it's glide reflection.
I knew that. Just testing you.
Alright, these two are kind of dumb, but we'll do them anyway. What happens to a parallelogram when you do a glide reflection on it? What's it going to become? No, don't draw it. You don't have to draw it. What's going to happen to the parallelogram if you do a glide reflection to
It's
it?
gonna move and
What?
it's gonna flip over.
Okay, what will it look like?
The same.
Yes, a congruent parallelogram. That's the point they wanted. It's going to be the same thing. Just it'll be in a different position, but it'll be the same
What's
thing.
that word? What's the C word?
Congruent.
Congruent.
All right. 14. What if you do an isometry to a ray? What's it going to look like?
Same.
Same.
It'll be a ray. Yeah, same ray. You guys remember what a ray was?
It would be a congruent splicing. Red.
Rays don't really have congruent because rays are infinite, so we don't really use congruent with rays. Rays have a starting point, but they go forever, so we don't really use congruent on it. It's just another ray. In some ways, all rays are congruent because they're all infinite. Okay, 15. All right. On 15, we are doing glide reflections using the vector that they give us. So we're going to slide with the vector, and then we're going to reflect over the vector. So we're using that green line twice. So you're supposed to draw something that's very similar to what they drew. I wouldn't draw it too huge because then it'll take up a lot of space. But
Yeah, Whitley.
I'm gonna complain. You're taking too long.
Okay, rejoice in everything.
okay, I'm gonna make my vector kind of how long I want it to be so it doesn't slide off my page. All right, so I'll start with the slide here. So it was about that far. I'll just make this one dotted because it's not really the answer.
So we gotta do drawing.
Yeah, it's drawing. Okay. Then I'm going to reflect it. So what will it look like when I reflect it?
Be upside down.
Yeah, so the top of the mountain will be, under the sea, whatever. So if this is like x prime, z prime, y prime, then you could call this x double prime, z double prime.
I'm so hungry.
I slid it to the left, that's the glide part, and then I reflected it over that line. No, that's just kind of help make the picture better.
Oh, well, I'm doing that.
So we just have to draw the
Good job,
version
Jim.
of it.
That, and that are all part of the answer. Well, this part is just copying the book. This is the final answer.
Yeah.
You didn't go to the game. Did your family go to the game?
My dad
You did.
The first 3 minutes went really well.
But no, where was gone?
30s.
You guys had a run at the beginning of the game and somewhere in the third quarter,
Yeah.
like towards the end of the third quarter, you made a good run?
Was that like actual state?
No. There's like
If they won that.
There's like 3 rounds left.
You guys won state?
No,
Yes.
we didn't even make it to state.
Yes, Roman, they won state.
What was the end score?
I want to guess it's like 47 to 58 or something like that.
They had like 4 big guys that we just.
Yeah, you guys won big time.
They had two guys bigger than Ty.
Really?
Yeah.
And you guys.
Yeah, and Trey had to guard the other big guy. Let's just.
And
say,
the other big guy was guarding
Let's just say
Tracy.
that guy ate Trey's lunch.
So basically,
Been there, done that. The girl
Oh,
from
remember-
Scheidler, my word.
And the
No,
other-
she was.
and the
she's
other-
a cheerleader.
Their biggest
Yeah.
guy,
She's a cheerleader.
he just walked high.
Yeah.
yeah.
What
She
did
was a
do when
cheerleader.
she-
I saw that. I saw that. I was
Her
like,
main sport is softball.
huh?
Her main.
I got to the point where like I knew I couldn't out rebound her, so I just hold down her hips so she couldn't go on.
No, there's other ways. You can't move.
What?
She's really nice though. We were her best friends when we were little.
She was really nice.
17.
Okay, so we got angle ABC and we're flipping it
From the girls.
over this vector that's going straight down.
Their third stringers were like really good.
Or you're about to be speaking privileges. Okay, I'm still talking about that.
Shut up.
Okay,
The score whole thing down.
Should you name male?
so
Oh,
so it slides down and then when you reflect it over, A is going to be on the right side now, B prime's on the bottom, C prime's on the inside.
Mr. Jordan, I don't want to do this.
Not concerned.
Don't care. That was really good, Mr. Jordan.
In your eyes, anything that's really good.
If Trey scores 430 points, he'll hit 1,000.
He's got 570.
He's done calculations.
I'm sure.
We
You
can
did
see,
the math
that.
Does your coach like put all the stats on a computer or something?
According to my calculations.
relationship.
Yeah,
Timmy is the
computer.
Which he should be able to because with Ty, Ankill, and Cooper not being there.
That's a lot here, though. That's a
It's
lot.
like 20 points a game.
It was funny
That's a
because
lot.
one time I told Caden.
I mean, he can score over 20 pretty easy, but every night doing that
I told Caden like how many
is possible,
weeks
but it'd be hard.
there are of school left, and Timmy and Caden were just like calculating,
How many
How
weeks
many-
you left?
and then they like calculated like how many days and how many hours are left of school.
Hey, the day for how many are left?
I don't know. They
Because
just
of golf.
they were just rambling.
I thought you said you knew how many weeks were left.
No, that's what I asked. That's what I asked like Caden, and then they had like a full-on conversation.
No, but like how many weeks are left?
I don't know.
Timmy,
Like,
how many
they're
left?
10.
10 weeks of school left?
Yeah.
10? Oh my goodness.
What? And next week,
Oh,
wait.
I'm not-
That's
Yeah.
that's like the half of the year.
Because this is the end of the 9 weeks. This week is.
We got next week. We're only in school for 2 days.
But, yeah, next week we're only in school for 2 days. And then we have spring break.
Yeah.
And then also
No,
every
we come
Friday.
back for a week
We
and
come
then
back
we have
for,
spring.
we come back for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
But still, that's a whole week off that we don't have to go to school. So technically we have 9 weeks left.
Yeah, we have
But
this
then
next
every
week.
Friday we get off. So,
When does that start?
I don't know when that starts. That's gotta equal a week, so technically
I
we
didn't
have
draw
8
that
weeks.
very well.
Yeah.
Let me try.
Once you're doing all the school days. Or if like the school is split.
But
Do you know when we get to start using our snow days? Like for the Fridays?
First day in April.
First day in April?
well,
We
we
have
lost
Friday weekend.
one, so I don't know which one is taken out.
We get Good Friday off and then we get the first day of April off. So that's a 4-day weekend. And then I have golf tournaments that Tuesday, so I have a 5-day weekend.
My calculation.
Okay, we get an hour.
It's really a working calculator, bro.
I might do both just so I can skip
You're doing golf?
school.
Just so you can be with Timmy?
Well,
No.
I only said that at the same time as you. No.
I don't think the girls are going to tournaments.
Okay, so
That's funny.
this is kind of a challenge. We have to
Oh
do a
my
glide, show how they glided and reflected to get from the black triangle to the red triangle.
Do we have to draw?
So basically, here's the trick. Let's see if this falls apart. It always does that.
Do we have to, do that, or draw
What?
that, Mr. Jordan?
Yeah, you have to draw the drawing. Okay, so basically, what needs to happen is you have to move this triangle until it looks like a pair of wings. Okay, and then you flip it over. So you want to move this triangle till it looks like a pair of wings. My drawings aren't that great. This one's skinnier than this one, but if I draw it right. If you draw it until it looks like a pair of wings and then reflect it, then that's how you know it's right. Okay, so we have to draw the vector that would get it over there, and that would be like this. Call that vector B. And then we're supposed to draw the line that you would flip it over, and that's, you just kind of split the difference there. Yeah, that's it.
That's cool.
Without the shapes, the arrows would just be nonsense.
Well, now we're on the graphic. Well, we skipped 21 through 23.
Nah.
Mr. Jordan, I have a question. What is your favorite movie of all time?
I don't really have one.
What's your top 5?
I don't know.
What's your top 2?
Top three.
What's your top 1?
What's your top?
Oh wait,
What's your top
I
20?
wasn't done with
I
that.
wasn't done. Yeah, they weren't done.
Sorry
I'm
about
bad.
that.
That was Mr. Jordan.
It doesn't take that long, bro.
It's 2 triangles and 2 lines.
Painting it over there?
So I don't take 2 years.
You don't have to be Picasso or
You don't have to draw the smart board with it on.
I'm actually drawing Mr. Jordan.
do that. Because they're changed in Bible class.
Oh, yeah. I like it. What this is the smart people.
I wish I would've drawn like in Spanish.
Why?
Jade,
I'm expressing my true self.
Doesn't matter, it doesn't matter.
Please
if I
don't.
get freaking F.
You're fine.
you're
All right.
far away.
I'm not all
So these graphs don't need to be that big. It's kind of glide reflection again, but go ahead and start graphing QRS, all those points. It will be faster if you just look at your book probably than trying to copy off me.
Oh my goodness graciousness.
Okay, if you guys look at 21, it says vector v equals 0, 4. So what does that mean, you think?
Wait, are you already starting?
No, hold on.
It's not that hard,
Yes, it is.
I was about to say that.
Not funny.
You're not.
Well, I love when people say it's not funny.
Mm.
Yeah, they're laughing.
It's not funny. It's like when Easton like showed like that dead cat on a drum.
Okay, what do you guys think they mean by vector 0, 4?
Basically.
Oh,
What would 0, 4?
I think you know.
oh, it's like
I do actually.
you
I
go
know
towards the right and then you start there. You know?
No.
0 means,
Oh, x plus 0.
okay, if I was graphing a point 0, 4, where would that be?
0 up 4.
Or,
Up 4. So the vector 0, 4 just means we're going up 4. So all three of those points need to go up 4.
That's easy.
Well, that's step 1. The other step is not that hard though.
Roman, stop complaining.
And then it gives us a line of reflection after that.
Oh, I get it. I know, right?
Okay. Are we still drawing it?
Yeah, some of the actually I'm done. Just a slow one.
I was riding Whitley's car and I said sent with threat.
What?
Nice.
Of all
Okay.
these gifts.
The second part is we're supposed to reflect it over the y-axis. Which one is the y-axis?
Just the up and down.
Okay, so if q prime is 1 unit away, q double prime is going to be 1 unit away. R is 4, wait, yeah, 4, so R double prime. S is 2,
Yeah, well, that's crazy. Roman, what'd you say you did to my car?
I threatened it.
Or are you gonna like nuke it?
Remember I said all those gifts?
Oh, gifts? You mean gifs?
That's what I said, gifts.
Say gifs.
It's
No.
not a GIF.
Yes, it is.
Just because the creator said it's GIF does not mean it's GIF.
What?
You mean
the
GIF?
creators call it a GIF.
No, the creators.
Who
called it
created
GIF.
that?
I don't know, but like the creator says that it's GIF.
No, it's
No,
like
no,
gifts.
they said that it's GIF.
What are we talking about?
You know those like pictures that move?
Like on your phone?
Yeah.
Like
the
how you
GIF.
tell people those?
GIF, that's GIF.
It's a gif.
Not GIF.
Where'd you get GIF? Because no, it would be JIF.
It just means a file that saves the
GIF
picture,
would be JIF.
like your computer or phone. Okay,
Whitley's dumb.
all right, last 23.
Yay.
Go ahead and start drawing A, B, and C.
Yeah, we know.
So why don't you?
I knew it.
See, if you go to art class, you can actually learn how to draw. That's true.
He just tells you what to do and says do it.
So why don't you take a college over?
Do it.
This graph has to be so big.
Oh, it does? I actually got 8. Roman, shut up.
She's trying her best to not be the voice.
Roman, shut up. You guys sound like a dog. I'm not a dog. Roman!
Shh, alright guys, it's-
Okay, dude.
That's good. You took it to the extreme.
I love you.
I love you too.
okay,
Wait! I just did one. You got one.
I
just drew the lines.
Bro,
I drew 20
I've written all the graphs. I've already sketched them all down.
I drew
You guys only done one?
Wow, I'm done.
It's impossible to talk super loud in a high voice.
Inlay don't.
In
I'm
high pitched voice.
hey, stop.
I did that.
That's a new.
I said
That's
that's
new.
that's what would happen. I'm such a menace.
It's actually possible to move Jordan.
It's not moving.
Okay, what do you guys think this means? Vector -4, -4.
It means it's going down 4 and over 4.
So
left.
Left 4,
Down.
down 4.
Down 4.
So I'll just start with C. Left 4, down 4.
No. Oh, I forgot to
You can kind of cheat because B is like over 1 and up 2, so you can kind of just look at that.
Let it cheat. That's
Robin.
There's easier ways to do it.
hold on.
Is anybody following Joe on Snapchat or friends with Joe on Snapchat?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah. What?
Don't check his story.
No,
Do not check his story.
It was yesterday's story.
Did he post something inappropriate?
Yes.
Oh, worse.
You said worse.
It was bad.
Can't be as worse as what I post.
No, Jaden, I promise you.
Okay, so we're supposed to reflect over the line y equals x. What does this line look like?
Oh, that means it's just X, right? Oh no, is it diagonal?
Okay, yes. What is the y-intercept?
Plus
0. What is the slope?
Minus
1 over 1. So that means you start at 0, you go up 1 over 1. Yeah, it's just a diagonal.
Right.
We did this like last Wednesday's worksheet. Remember that?
No.
By the way, we're gonna try to schedule the test for next Tuesday before you guys leave.
No, you should schedule it on Wednesday.
Yeah, make them take it Wednesday so that way they got a separate. We know.
What do you mean then? Are you not going?
Well, no, I mean like.
You're saying make it on Wednesday so that they have a separate week done.
Mr. Jordan, did you not
Oh,
make us
they're
do anything
freshmen.
when you take us outside?
I hope it rains on those days.
Yeah. But it only rains there. It doesn't
Maybe.
I
Okay.
already know what you're gonna say.
No,
Uh,
so you're not gonna sign anything while we're gone?
No. How are we gonna flip this
You already said
here?
that.
Shh. How are we gonna flip this? So if B prime, if you look at that, it's like one diagonal away from the line. One diagonal away, so B double prime is gonna be like right,
2 down.
no, it's one diagonal away. Well, it's one diagonal away from the reflecting line.
Yeah.
Another way we talked about this, if B is at -3, -1, then the reflected point is -1, -3. That works if you are reflecting over y equals x.
I don't
So is that where we start?
Doesn't really matter. So A is a diagonal and a half away. So if you go a half and a diagonal, that would be
I don't like this.
a double prime. Remember, if you do it right, it should look like butterfly wings or insects.
Diagonal and a half.
Yeah. C is half a diagonal away, so C double prime.
That looks so weird. This is crazy.
Chrissy, wake up.
I did this one.
I don't like this.
Okay.
Do you see the butterfly wings?
No, she doesn't.
Jake?
Is my
Oh,
bee
shut up.
No, I think I did it wrong.
It just looks like a mess.
Dang it.
I mean, I think it looks right.
What? My bee is 2 down instead of 4.
Shut up.
But I think it fits me.
No, that,
Corey,
yeah.
shut up.
See,
James?
three did.
Shut up. Corey, shut up.
Yeah, both your C and your R. So, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You're counting.
Shut up.
Everything you do.
Should I just move the line down one?
That's crazy, bro. That's
Should I
crazy.
just move the line down one? What? No.
I said it looks good.
Should I just move the line down? Then I have to move this down.
Okay, Jaden.
You're
So,
That one then.
there's a line, okay? And you.
Roman, when have you ever paid
For real.
attention to the line?
Roman, you don't know what the line is. You just said never mind.
Jordan, you're gonna be on my side, bro.
Am I?
Come on, man.
It was time enough for that.
Actually, that way.
Bro, it ain't that funny, bro.